But I want to introduce my good friend, Pablo. He's one of our guitar players. I asked him if he could join me on this thing. He might demonstrate some time on the guitar later. Come on in, guys. And also want to introduce you guys to Martha, right here at the door. Can we thank her? She's one of my BSM interns. She's amazing. Thanks, Martha. She's the best. She's here all the way from Australia. No, I'm just joking. Austria. From Austria, but still pretty fun. But kind of gets old, that joke. I always joke with her, be like, how are you? You know, Austria. Anyway, just no fun. Anyway, all right. So for those of you that just got here, the notes for the class are on that QR code, so feel free to scan it. I'm not going to cover everything that's on those notes today, but I'm just putting it out there to give you all a little extra resource so that you can continue doing some research yourself. Now, first thing I want to do, I want to pray. And I'm going to ask somebody to pray. Let me see. Brother, can you pray for us, brother? I gotta pray. Let's pray. Let's just pray. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to learn, open our minds. We bless this time. We bless Antonio, and hope we have a good time.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's when it comes to music theory, how many of you guys, just a show of hands here? Are you guys ready to dive right into things? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So we've got about 45 minutes. I'll stay until 5, and I can stay a few minutes past that if you guys have questions. Or this is the last class today, right?
Yes.
So if you guys, are you guys cool if we go until 5?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that all right? Yeah? Okay, great. Well, I'm happy going a little extra. Just because 45 minutes go by so fast. And I want to take the last 15 minutes for questions and do a QA. Yeah? Is that good?
Yeah.
So, Cam, keep me on time, bro. If I'm like 45 minutes in, I'm still talking, you'll be like, hey, QA, dude.
It's 4:06.
Okay, great. All right, 40 minutes. Here we go. All right. Well, let's dive in, yeah? Let's a show of hands. Who sings here? All right. Who plays an instrument? All right. Who has any previous knowledge in music theory? Okay, some of you guys. Would you consider yourself, let's raise your hand from 1 to 10, if you consider yourself a 1 in music theory. Okay, a 2. All right. How about 3? How about 4? 5, 6, 7, 8. I was higher than 10. Anybody here at 10 in music theory? You're like, I know everything.
We wouldn't be here.
Okay, great. Right. So, I have, when it comes to music theory, the reason why I'm going to ask is so I can just kind of scan the room a little bit. It looks like everybody has some knowledge of music theory, right? And so we're sort of a little bit of what I call like maybe beginner to intermediate level, right? So there might be things that I say that you already know, and that's okay. I'm just speaking so that I cover some of the ground that some people might not know. In a class like this, I've taught college for years, and you always have people in your class that are all in the same level, right? So it's really easy, you cover what you have to cover. Classes like that are a little complicated from that standpoint, in which like some people might know something, some people might. So you might not be 100% happy today, meaning everything they taught was something new I learned. Does it make sense? Yeah? But we're going to have grace for each other, right? Be like, maybe that might be great for someone else, right? And the vice versa, if there's something that flies right over your head, be like, hey, that might be great for someone else. Yeah? Are we good with that?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Well, thank you guys for the grace. Thank you for doing that. Let's dive in. So, everybody has the notes pulled up? Yeah? First thing I want to tell you, okay? First thing, you ready? You do not need to know music theory today to make music because of AI.
Yeah.
Anybody knows what AI is? Artificial intelligence. All right, great. So we're going to start with the end of the page, okay? First, just because, you see all these links I have right here, okay? I have not put the most important one, but I'm sure you guys, that one doesn't need no introduction. Chat GPT. Anybody here knows Chat GPT?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Who does not? I mean, raise your hand if you do not know what Chat GPT is. There's no shame on it. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go over it really quick. Chat GPT is, let's say I'm gonna open a new chat right here. So Chat GPT is basically a robot, a chat robot. You can ask him any questions and he'll give you any answers they give you the right answer, right? For example, let's say somebody wants to know how many beats is a half note. What is a half note anyway? Okay, let's ask. What is a half note and how many beats? Alright? Half note is not, it's gonna tell you exactly what it is, okay? Does it make sense? Now, this is a very simple question to ChatGPT, right? You can ask him to do anything for you, right? Now, the other thing I want to teach you guys, that's a really important one, and I recommend that you use it, okay? If you don't know how to use ChatGPT, use it, because if you don't learn how to use artificial intelligence, chances are everybody else will, and then you'll be the one that doesn't know when everybody does. Does it make sense? So, now, I want to just make that note because everything in music is rapidly changing today, okay, with the use of artificial intelligence. Now, there are a bunch of great apps right here you can click on. You know, one of the things that, Penuto is an app basically, and you can download it, and it's going to be teaching you all the music theory that you need to know, basically, all the chords, ear training, all of that fun stuff, okay? So I recommend you get that app, get it on your phone, right there, it's $5, totally worth it, okay? Musictheory.net is another one that's amazing, okay? You can just go get the app or just go straight to the website. Same thing, it's gonna have a bunch of little lessons, ear training, all sorts of great stuff, honestly, that you'll be able to just right off your phone, learn music theory so easily, okay? Another one, let's say you're into figuring out what key signature a song is in. Have you ever wondered that?
Auto key.
Auto key, there you go, who said that?
Me.
Right here, okay, so it's called Auto Key. It's an app that tells you what key signature the song is in. How many times you're like, how do I figure out the key signature? That's what I want to take a music theory class. I want to take a music theory class so I can figure out what key signature the song is in. Guess what? Get the app. You put it on your phone, and they'll tell you exactly what key signature is in. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. And then, if you know the key signature, you just go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, how many sharps or flats are on key of C sharp major, right? And then ChatGPT will give you the answer, right? And then you ask ChatGPT, I want to convert C sharp major to G flat major or whatever. How do I do that? And it'll tell you right then. See what I'm talking about? So the reason why I'm saying this right now is because the reality is that you do not need to know, you don't need to know programming today. Back in the day, everybody's like, learn how to code, because if you become a coding engineer, I can ask AI today to code something for me, and boom, in 5 seconds, you'll code it all. I mean, I'm not saying don't learn how to code, but learn music theory, okay? Everybody starts walking out the door right there. Okay, never mind. I'll learn everything I need. That's what makes sense. But I want to make you aware of how easy it is, okay? Today. Now, are we good on that? Yeah? So
Yeah.
ear training. And this is, you can go to complete ear masters, another ear training app. Same thing. You can do ear training to have perfect pitch. You know what perfect pitch is? Yeah. Everybody's like, what note is that right here? And everybody's like, oh, I know what note that is. Oh no, it's kind of like it has this aura to it. Everybody's like, oh, so-and-so has perfect pitch. You can learn perfect pitch, okay? You can actually train your ear to have perfect pitch, right? And there's tons of apps like this that you can just use, train, practice 10 minutes a day, and then, after 6 months, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm hearing the notes, the names of the notes, right? Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I recommend you guys do that, okay? Is this helpful so far? Yeah? Oh,
Super
again,
cool, yeah.
because I have an hour with you guys today. So hopefully you keep doing this thing after today, and if you don't have a teacher, if you don't want to pay a teacher to teach you the rest of the year, the internet's king, okay? The internet's gonna do it. Seriously. So take advantage of all these resources. Let me just do one more. Chord. Let's just, that one's fun. Okay, let's see if I can demonstrate that one real quick. So, chord.com. You guys know what chord.com is? Okay, how many of you guys are songwriters here? Okay, lots of you. Okay. So let's say you're like, man, I really want to I really want to learn how to write songs, but I don't play an instrument, right? I don't know how to do chord progressions. I don't know how to, but I want to be able to write songs. It's not working. Let me try the other. Let me try a different browser. Sometimes what happens with this one, of course. Okay, you guys know it. Okay, so chord. If you're an Apple lover, that was just an example right there of Apple not working. Okay, try chord. Let's see. This is gonna work. Yes, perfect. Okay. So that's cool. We're sold on Google now, right? That's a good example. Okay, so chordcore.com. So chord it's literally free. Go chord, and if you want to create chord progressions, okay, for songwriting, whatever, you can make any chord progression with this. You can actually have it make a chord progression for you. You just click on here, like I don't know. I'm just gonna do C minor 7. I'm gonna create another one here. Just pick another random chord. And then just gonna pick another random chord, that one, why not? And then I'm gonna do another chord. And then, you know what, it's all B flats. I'm not gonna. Okay, and I could change the sound of it, you know? I could, have this be something else instead of that. I can select the C keys, I can do a cinematic piano, and then I click play. Right? And it's just making the whole thing for me right there.
I'm crying already.
I want to add some rhythm to it. I can totally add some rhythm right here, okay? Just add. Let's go! Now we have a beat, let's go! Isn't that crazy? Oh, and then not just that, I can go in here and I can edit this whole rhythm too. I'm like, you know what? I don't like the hi-hats. So I'm gonna just take all these hi-hats out, you know? I'm just gonna take all of those out. Right? It's like a little game, you know, okay? Anyway, you get the point, right? But here's the thing. You can actually take a chord chart. So let's say I go to Guitar
Pro.
Guitar, what is it?
Guitar Pro.
Guitar Pro. And I'm just gonna I'll go to Ultimate Guitar. So you can, same thing, right? You can have all the chord charts right here. You can go to Ultimate Guitar, right? And I say, well, man, I want to play the acoustic guitar, and then I'm an absolute beginner, whatever. I'll fill this up anyway. It's all. But and then you can actually select any of the songs right here. You can go and get pretty much any chord chart right here. Let's say Oceans, right? Ocean, include my feet. So I go there and I'm just gonna get the guitar, chords. Okay, it's just the chords for that. Okay. Official version. It's gonna ask me. Anyway, it will give you the chord chart. Okay.
Sometimes if you scroll down, you get the free one.
It's that. But what I'm trying to say is like you can get the chord chart. I'm just gonna get it back here on Google. You can also go to ChatGPT and ask for the chord chart. Okay, so.
And he'll do it for you. That's great. Great. No, it really is. I mean, for real. Check this out. We're gonna go to ChatGPT and be like, give me the chord chart for this song. How great is our God in G.
Here it is.
Whoa.
Thank you, Jesus. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. I need to convert that to D major.
Give me a second. Convert it to D.
Whoa.
There it is. No problem. Oh, and I'd be like, yeah, and I needed a PDF.
Okay. Can you do a PDF download link?
And then you can tell you how exactly to create the thing. So,
That's great.
so let's say I take these chords right here, okay? and I go to the chord generator, right? And I write it down. Just select them, just like that. And then I click go, and guess what? I can sing the song to the accompaniment I just created. How easy is that, right? Are you guys tracking with me? And even if I know zero music theory, I don't have to know any music theory today, right? No. I know lots of music theory because that's what I studied. But to be honest with you, it's like, I don't know anything. I just need to know like how to tell the computer to do this thing. I have an internet connection and a phone or whatever, and I can just do all of it. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So I encourage you guys to explore that. But
Just copy and paste those chords to chord.
Yeah.
Just copy and paste those.
Yeah, you can. You can take those, copy paste. It's like, it's and this is just the beginning. I mean, I could spend a whole hour. Next year, I'm going to teach a music and technology class, okay? Just to go super deep into this stuff. But the reason I wanted to start with this, okay, is because music theory has this, oh, that's the hard part, right? How many of you guys came to this class to be like, oh man, I don't know if I should take this class, I'm a little hard, I don't know, I'm scared, I don't know if I'm, right? It's got this sort of like that's gonna be really hard, you know? And then people that know music theory kind of walk around like they're superheroes, you know? Like, I know how to figure out the key signature of the song. Right? And you don't. So, I'm better than you, right? And you're like, no problem. Yeah, let me get my phone real quick. Oh, that's G major. You know what I'm saying? Now, I have a ton of value for people that know music theory. Don't get me wrong, I do, right? And I have a ton of value for it. But I'm just saying that technology, I'm grateful for technology that allows us today to be able to like figure out a lot of this music theory stuff. You know what I'm saying? Are you guys tracking with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Ear training, same thing. Now, ear training, so the part of music theory that, you know, internet will figure all the head knowledge for you. Key signatures, the chords, all of that. They'll tell you. You can just look it up, it'll tell you. Now, ear training, okay, is the part where you've had to train your ear to distinguish the melodies. Okay, so I'm gonna just get on the piano real quick. And then, thanks Cam for being there, bro. Alright. You guys hear that? What's this? That is sound. Right? We all agree on that, right? Is that difficult to understand that that's a sound? No, right? All of you guys heard that, right? If I ask you to match this pitch, go ahead. That's alright, but you guys can do better. Let's go one more time. I'll get 3 M. That's better. Good. See, I would say 90% of you can match the pitch. Pretty good, right? How about this one? Good. Right. So if you know that song, you pretty much know everything you need to know to learn ear training. Okay? I know you don't believe me. You're like, for real, Antonio? Because in English, you have how many letters? 26? That's good. I was going to say 25. So just because I'm Spanish, and in Spain we have 29, I think, right? La L, la Ñ, la doble R, no,
La suegra.
La suegra. So, anyway, so in Spanish we have more letters, right? It has to be more complicated. Okay, joke. You guys ready for a joke? So, the German is a language to talk about war. French, so talk about love. English, to talk about business. But Spanish, it's a language to talk to the Lord. No, never mind. Anyway, it's a joke, okay? So anyway, I'm Spanish. I actually like Portuguese. Where's my friend from Portuguese right there? Oh, Portugal. Eu estou aprendendo a falar português.
Deus minho.
Não fala muito, mas pouquinho. Existe All right. So where was that? Your training. So that thing that you guys just did, do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sol fa mi re, right? That's the musical alphabet right there. Now you have the sharps and the flats, but just trust me. With that alone, you can pretty much do everything you need to in terms of ear training. Okay? Because check this out. What we do is learn what's called movable do, right? So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You see what we're doing? So just with the do, you learn the scale, right? The organization of all the possible musical notes. That's called movable do. Now, here's where it gets even easier. Are you guys ready? How many of you guys can count from 1 to 8? I know. In a good day, I can get 6, you know? Today I didn't get my breakfast. I don't know. Maybe I'll get stuck in 5. Let me give it a try. Right? I'm joking, right? 1. Stay with me. 1. 'Cause get this guy playing that. You play the piano too a little bit, right? Maybe? No? Bass, yeah? Alright. So are you tracking with me? So what we just did is called the number system. Have you guys heard number system before? Yes? Okay. So the number system is just another way of calling the musical alphabet. In English you have 26 letters. In music you have 7. And then you have some variations of those 7. Right? 12 total, right? 12 total. But really 7, right? Because you have do, C sharp, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G, F, E. Yeah, that makes sense? You see? But really, we're going to simplify it and just stay on the number system. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
1. Yeah? After 1 comes? After 2 comes? 3. So, this is you know this song. Do you guys recognize that melody? The birthday song, right? So check this out. 1, 1, 2, 1, 4, 3. You tracking? 1, 1, 2, 1, 5, 4, 1, 1, 8. Oh. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. You get my point, right? Yeah. I'm not looking at the keys, okay? I can play the piano, okay, but I play cello. That's my strength. No, but I love the piano. I can hold my ground on the piano, but I don't consider myself a pianist because, out of respect to true pianists, that really know their craft. I think it would be an insult for them to be like, "Oh, I'm a pianist too," But are you guys tracking with that?
Yeah.
What did we just do? We converted a song into number system. Yeah? Are you with me on that? Easy or difficult? Yeah?
Easy.
Pretty easy, right? The good thing about the number systems is that you can do it in any key. Right? So that's in the key of C. Because my first note, my 1 is a C, right? What if my 1 is a D? Right? What if my 1 is an E? What if my one is an F? You see? What if my one is a G? Right? What if my one is an A? See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm just, whatever my one is, I'm counting the same amount of numbers up
Oh.
and transposing the melody. Are you guys tracking with that?
Yeah.
So that's why the number system is so helpful. Because you can organize the melody anywhere in the registry, right? With just the numbers. You see what I'm talking about? Take the guitar really quick. Yeah. And then I'm just thinking the guitar, how do we apply this to the guitar? Because the guitar is actually an instrument probably everybody here plays. Can you stand up? You get up here okay, so we can all see your hand. Cam is a mad guitar player.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, get up here so everybody can see your fingers. And so Cam also plays with Gable Price and Friends. You know that, Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guitar player for Gable Price and Friends, everybody! Get the autograph now that, you know, they're still kind of, you know, they're still kind of figuring it out. No, I'm just kidding. No, the next record y'all did is gonna be
Good.
amazing. I mean, the songs you're already pretty amazing. So, alright, so the guitar, right? So if you play the guitar, you can use the number systems. Essentially, it's the same exact right? So let's say, so you gotta do it at 1 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see what I'm saying? Same deal, right? Same idea. So, and you can apply that to pretty much anything else, right? Now, you just played a chord, right?
Yeah.
So, can somebody tell me what a chord is, as opposed to a melody? Yeah, right? Oh, yes. See, when you play notes at the same time, as opposed to a melody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is a melody, right? Harmony is when I play 1, 3, 1. You sing a 3. 1. There's that Beatles song. Do. Right? And then that. Whatever. Right? Do you see what I'm doing? So when you do that, at the same time, you form what's called a chord. Okay? What's the most basic chord that you do?
1, 3, 5.
1, 3, and 5. That's called your basic triad chord. Have you guys heard seventh chords? People are like, man, seventh chords are really hard. No. It's just 1, 3, 5, 7. Let's try that really quick. 1. Who was it? I need 3 volunteers. Okay, come on. Raise your hand. Right here. 1, 2, and okay. I'm gonna do a 1. You do a 3. You do a 5, and you do a 7. Yeah. Ready? Okay. 1,
3.
Great. Well, let's give it up. You see what we just did? We just understood precisely what to sing. We formed a chord in no time with the number system, right? Do you guys know the key you were in? No, we don't need to now because we know the 1. The 1 is 1. What if I say the 1 is this? 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, right? Doesn't matter the pitch. You can always use the number system anyway. Does it make sense? Now, I would say in your paper, I go into a little more detail on this thing, and again, we'll do a Q&A in about 15 minutes, and I can answer some more difficult questions. Somebody has more of a question, but this is sort of the groundwork of sort of the foundational that you need to know to get some of the music theory to be able to do stuff in church, right? So whenever you have a chord chart, right? So I come with a chord chart and I have the key in there, right? At the top of the chord chart is going to be the key signature, right? If this is the key of G, what does that mean? G is your 1. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And then you count the whole scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, a dear, a female dear, 2, 3, right? You do the major scale. And that's how you figure out what notes are in that key. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's practice that really quick. Let's say, it's the key of C, right? So what's my one? C, right? Sing how great is our God. How great, da da da, da 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 da, right? See what I'm saying? How about they tell you this thing? This is G. What's my one? There you go. You see? It's higher, right? So how about this one? B major, right? So B, what's my one? B, right? Pretty good, okay? Let's sing it. How great is our God. Sing with me. How great is our God. And all will sing how great is our God. Okay, so you see what we just covered in there was very simple, right? But we just transposed, and it didn't matter because the same melody with the same number, same intervals, if you will, right? It's going to operate depending on the key, but your one is whatever key you're in. Does that make sense? Key of C, one is C, key of G, key of F sharp. Oh my gosh, F sharp. What's F sharp? F sharp, sharp. Does it mean it's like a
Sharp.
hashtag? Like what? Right? No, it's just F sharp. It's your one, right? So you start from there and you count your okay, that makes sense? And then if you're like, I don't know how many sharps are on F sharp? I don't know, but ChatGPT does. Okay.
Like 6.
How many sharps, right? Hey, listen. Why not? If you use ChatGPT every day, after a whole month, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember F sharp. It's got like 5 flats. No, I'm just looking at somebody who has it. Does that make sense?
How many
Sharks in the ocean.
are in F sharp major? In the key of F sharp major, there are 6 sharps. The sharps are F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, and E sharp. Right?
There you go. But it doesn't matter if you know that F sharp is your one, and I play it. Can you play an F sharp for us? You all can match that pitch, right? Can you try? That's your one. You can sing 1, 1, 2, 1, 4, 3. Right? It's gonna be the same numbers of that melody, right? Doesn't matter what the key it is. Does it make sense? Yeah. Good.
Why do they say E sharp? Because it's the same as
F, yeah. Well, actually, technically it's not. But that's a more advanced concept of kind of how the harmonics work. If you play the piano, it is the same in the piano. If you play the instrument like the violin or the cello, actually it's not. A B flat is slightly lower than an A sharp. Slightly. The piano is the same, but the piano is not true tuning. And if you get into more advanced stuff, you can actually stretch the interval a little bit. Slightly. Because there's a ton of space between half a step. Yeah, exactly. All the time. Choir directors. I directed choirs for years, and usually they're like, can we stretch that third a little bit? Can we stretch, Because in the piano, the smallest is half a step, right? But in singing, it's not. As a matter of fact, there's many cultures out there that have, quarter of a step, right? And they have all of this, different, smaller distances between the notes, right? And it sounds amazing. Flamenco in Spain. You hear them sing, they're like, wow, that doesn't sound like a major scale.
Bebo Valdez, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. See? No? Paco de Lucía. Yeah, all these people. And you're like, wow, my God, that's crazy. It's in the polyrhythm, like flamenco has got like rhythm that's not 4x4. And it's got different sort of but that's a different thing. We're talking about church music. We're not talking about Get there on Sunday, everybody, we're gonna learn a new key today. Right, this key is not in the alphabet of music. We're gonna call it F flarp. Well, it's kind of in between F sharp and F. Okay, here's the note. You play on the violin and we're like, that's the key we're gonna do. No, what you do is you can change the intonation of your scale. Instead of tuning it in 440, you can tune it in 432. We did this with Rick Pina. We recorded a record. The one that published is actually in 440, but the same day we did one in 432. Because we were like, oh, it's the thing nowadays. Everybody's like recording on 432 because it's true intonation, whatever. It was so hard to play in 432 because Harry's so used to singing, everything fell flat, And we recorded the whole thing. Maybe one day we'll put it up. It was good, but it was kind of like it doesn't have the punch of like 440. But that's a more advanced concept, so I'm not. Some of you might not understand that. And it's alright. This right here. Okay, you guys see that on screen? Again, ChatGPT will tell you this anytime. But cut this from there with a pair of scissors, and then stick it somewhere where you can see it. Take it to practice in your pocket. Okay, right there. And it's your cheat sheet. Alright. This is going to tell you the scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Tells you where the whole steps and the half steps are. Okay? What else tells you in every key? And it tells you what chord is played on that key. So this gives you all the information. What chord play in the key of C major, C, D minor. These are the chords of C major. G major is the chords that you play on that key. Here's the names of the notes, and then here is your whole half step and all of the keys, right? Does it make sense? So this is great. Take this, you can cut it up, and you can put it in your pocket. Right?
So that was on the QR code, right?
Yes, it's on the QR code. Yeah. This is on the QR code. You can always just take a picture of the screen, and then put it up on your computer and then scan it with your phone at home. So if you just take a picture of that, isn't that crazy? I just love that. I love technology.
Yeah.
It's just great. It makes our lives way easier. Now some people are scared of AI and everything, and I'm like, bring it on! Like, I'm great with all the help, I'll be the first one to buy myself a robot when I come in. I don't have to mow the yard anymore. That's great. The robot doing the work. I'll be sipping a margarita or something. No. A virgin margarita, I bet they say. They make them right, I don't know. That was a joke. I'm Spanish, dude. Listen. I did not encourage anybody to drink cookie. I actually didn't. I just said that I think it's good, to make good use of technology. That's what I said. Oh man, all right. Anyway, are you guys tracking with this?
Yep.
All right, so I want to sort of lay that foundation. There's another concept right here. It's called the circle of fifths. Okay, and here is that auto-tune, auto-key software we talked about earlier. Okay, the link is right there, so you can download this. You can try it for free, and this is just get the free trial. Okay, and you can just get this app, and it will literally figure out the key for you, which is amazing. Okay, you don't ever have to worry ever again about not knowing what key signature song you sing, right? And while you're at it, buy also auto-tune.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
The one with the
anything you
graph.
ever record will get perfectly tuned, and you will sound just like a professional.
And can you do Melodyne live?
Yes. No,
Live,
you don't
no.
do it live. You do it in post.
Is it better than Auto-Tune?
Well, Autotune is for live performances.
Oh.
Autotune is optimized for live performances. Like everything you hear streaming here at Bethel, pretty much is Autotune. And that's good because you want to hear things on tune, right? And if you have to leave 3 services, I guarantee by the time you have the 3rd services, you're probably missing a little flat, because your voice is tired. It's called getting tired, right? And it's okay to use technology to serve a greater purpose of what you're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we're still driving horses around in 100-degree weather and ready? Dang, yeah. Yes, no, but thankful for AC, right? No, technology can always be used for something wrong, right? But believers, right? We're the ones that set the standard in the world, right? We're the key bearers, if you will. And so if we use something with righteousness, we set standard to the world of how to use it.
I have a question. What
Yeah,
do you think about people that think like reading music it's all stuff? You don't need to read score sheets anymore.
Well, okay.
I've heard that in church actually.
It depends on what you're doing, right? I played in orchestras for a year. As a matter of fact, I used to conduct orchestras, and so you're a conductor, you have the baton, and you're up front, and then and you have 70, 80, 120 musicians at times. All of them have to play together, right? So it's gonna be really difficult to do that if you don't have a music sheet. That makes sense? If you don't have something that everybody is in agreement of reading, right? Church will have chord charts, and with the lyric of the chords, right? And we have the words with the chord on top of the words. You know exactly
In the
what
choir,
chord to
yeah.
play when you sing something, right? So in a way, you're reading music. It's just a different type of language. Does that make sense?
But in
Yeah.
a choir you need to read the.
What's that?
In a choir you need to read the
Yeah,
score sheet.
and you can do numbers or you can do notes, okay, if you're in choir, yeah. But generally, you will be reading music. Now, hear me on this. I could teach you today how to read music, and it was still, if you want to become an avid reader, right, you're not be able to learn it in 1 hour, right? Because it's like reading English or Spanish, right? You're gonna have to sort of, but you don't need to do it in order to learn to sing and play and actually make music. You don't. It's the truth that you don't. And if you want to become an expert at this, right, and then you want to actually, be able to sight read really well. Like for example, whenever I played in orchestras, they give you the music, and oftentimes you have a few days to practice it. The reality is that we don't practice. I just go sight read, right? So you're gonna think, I'll just read it, right? Because I've been playing some before, and I've been, reading music for a long time, right? But that's not something that you should expect every church musician to do, because they have jobs. And it's true. This is not your full-time job. Okay, I mean, if it is, and you want to get to that level of excellence, right?
No, I was asking. There's the perception that score sheet is not music. It's all stuff. Like
No,
the
it's-
Old
it's
Testament. I don't know.
music. Music has nothing to do with what's on the paper. Music is this. Da. Music is sound. Music is a language, right? Now, let me ask you a question. If you don't know how to read English or write in English, can you speak English?
Yes.
Can you communicate in English? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't make your English any worse because you don't know how to write it. No, it's still English. You can still communicate with it. You can sing on it. You can share your heart on it. You can share the gospel on it, right? You can do all of it, right? Here's the thing, music is the same way. You can do music even if you don't know how to perfectly read it or perfectly write it or perfect whatever, Now there's the layers of expertise on this thing. Okay, does it make sense?
Yeah.
I started with this, and before we go QA, I want to finish with this before we go QA, is use technology. The best, if you walk out of this class with something, is walk out with this. You don't have to know all the ins and outs of music theory today to be able to make music that is made at church. To figure out the key signature, to transpose a song, to figure out how many sharps or flats or something, to figure out, you don't just use technology. You're gonna, and as you use technology, guess what? Repeatedly, you'll learn it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you don't have to do the 10,000 hours before you jump on a church stage. You know what I'm saying? No, some church stages, sure. Maybe some, yeah, that require that. And I'm not the music director of that stage, so I'm not gonna, it's not my job to determine who gets in that. No, what I'm saying is there's a bunch of tools today that when you walk out of here today, you can actually put into practice. And if you don't know those tools, go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT for those tools. Literally, what tool is available for this particular thing? I'll give you a list, and you go use that tool. Does that make sense? Like for real, if you have a phone, you have superpowers today.
So I can tell a girl I wrote a song for you.
What was that?
I can tell a girl I wrote a song for you.
Yeah, you can write songs with it, you can do all that stuff, yeah.
There's an app called Donna. You can.
Totally, yeah, that's great. All right, listen to something real
Thank
quick.
you.
I want to open up floor